Prince Harry at number 3. All right, we got 2 and 1 left. Who's gonna be number 2? Diddy made it at number 2. Wow, who's number 1? Who's number 1?
Just can't keep faking it. It's too hard.
They're ridiculous.
No.
She never stops whining.
No.
You're complaining about your hard life, and you're so privileged. It's just so weird.
It's ridiculous.
You can't really see what is happening as a family unit. This photo represents the state of this couple's marriage and their life in general.
He's a duplicitous, self-centered, vile, disloyal hypocrite.
She is an absolute user of the media. She uses every conceivable way to try and play the victim and score points.
Apparently, she's not caring about what people think. Oh, yeah, right. I can't even. These two, Meghan and Harry, are the worst.
Do you think your sister, Meghan Markle, has ruined Prince Harry?
The answer is yes.
Retire, bitch!
Opposite. I mean, that's just another one of the malarkey stories she sold to the royal family for sympathy.
And it seems like that lady is a temptress. She's a siren. She's lured him into the rocks.
The hypocrisy is beyond anything I've ever seen.
And in the tape, she's performing a sex act on him that's unbelievable.
She wants all of the privileges that go along with an identity, but she doesn't want any of the responsibility. She doesn't want to do any of the work. She wants the tiara. She doesn't want the public service.
You look lovely. Thank you, so do you.
Before we get into it,
I just can't stand her. I just think she's such a phony.
Nasty, and says he feels sorry for Prince Harry because his wife is a lot to deal with.
And then the wife convinces you to leave the royal family. Like, I'm out. I don't need you guys. Which is crazy, because don't you just get free money?
There was a sex tape about her.
And I saw it.
She's so full of shit.
Today's Suits actress Meghan Markle married some unemployed dude who still lives with his grandma.
It is the cringiest, most uncomfortable piece of tape I've seen in a long time.
You might want to try the combo Andrew, Island, and Epstein.
And this is sweet. Meghan Markle said she has a finger they can use if they need it.
Something unbelievable happened this year. Something no one saw coming. Not her fans, not her haters, not even the people who've built entire careers dragging her name. Out of every celebrity walking this planet, the actors, the singers, the frauds, the attention seekers, the ones arrested, and even the ones who should have been the name that exploded to the very top of the most disliked celebrity of 2025 list was Meghan Markle. Can you imagine that? It wasn't even close. Her name didn't climb to the top, it launched itself there. Above Diddy, above Amber Heard, above the Kardashians, above people with actual criminal charges, Meghan somehow managed to pull off the impossible. An entire year of online fatigue so suffocating that even Hollywood insiders whispered she really needs to stop. This is getting embarrassing. And that's the thing, it wasn't one moment that did it. It was everything. Every photo shoot, every PR move, every dramatic quote, every inspirational speech, every carefully staged camera moment, all of it backfired, harder than the one before. People weren't just noticing anymore, they were tired.
He is more than twice the most disliked celebrity in the world. More than twice the level of dislike.
This wasn't the usual media gossip. This was something deeper. The shift was real. People who once supported her started rolling their eyes. Those who didn't care started paying attention, but for all the wrong reasons. And the skeptics? Oh. They were having a field day, feeling completely vindicated. 2025 became the year Meghan Markle tried to reinvent herself again and accidentally showed the world exactly why people stopped believing her. Let's talk about it. The scandals, the contradictions, the viral train wrecks, the Kardashian humiliation, that cringy pregnancy performance, the Harper's Bazaar disaster, and that interview that split her timeline in half. This was supposed to be Meghan's big comeback, her clean slate, her Hollywood rebirth. Instead, it turned into a spectacular public collapse. It started quietly, small missteps, little inconsistencies, until suddenly, the internet was drowning in Meghan content again. Photos, videos,
or a duchess of the UK, and you can't even get a deal with people that are investing in businesses with a title. You can't get that. It's hopeless.
Interviews, contradictions, all orbiting around the same woman. Every time she tried to push a new version of herself, the world pushed back twice as hard. Then came the interview with Jaime. What should have been a simple chat turned into a mess. Meghan's stories shifted, timelines blurred, and details contradicted what she'd said in the past. People began stitching clips side by side, comparing her words, and the internet, which forgets nothing, caught every slip. The contradictions weren't small either. They hit hard. It didn't look like confusion, it looked like rebranding her own past in real time. And then, this part went viral. Meghan dropped that pregnancy video. The one so over the top, so theatrical, it felt like an audition tape. She's spinning, cradling her stomach, hair glowing under studio lights, Harry awkwardly hovering nearby. It was supposed to be a celebration of life, but it came off as something else entirely, a performance. People called it staged, attention-seeking, a commercial for motherhood. Some even questioned if the bump was real. Viewers cringed. The clip meant to melt hearts ended up fueling mockery.
This finally showed that if you're a brand, it's toxic to invest. I mean, no brand is going to invest at the...
And while that chaos was still unraveling, her Netflix project arrived, the one her PR team promised would show her true creative self. Instead, it landed with a thud. Viewers said it was boring. Critics called it bland. Nobody connected with it. It didn't trend. It didn't spark conversations. It didn't rebuild her image. It just confirmed what everyone was whispering. Meghan Markle's magic touch had officially worn off. Then came the Kardashian party incident. You know it's bad when that family quietly cuts you out. Meghan attended Kris Jenner's glitzy party, smiled for cameras beside Kim and Khloe. She was beaming like this was her grand Hollywood I'm back moment. But the next morning, poof, every trace of her disappeared from their Instagram slideshows. Gone. Wiped clean, like she was never there. People online went wild. Did she say something? Did she make the night about herself? Nobody knew. But one thing was clear. That silence from Kris Jenner was louder than any statement. Meghan hadn't just been excluded, she'd been erased.
2 months, 3 months, hit the baby mama when I step into the house.
She's
yeah, I'm pregnant,
supposedly 9 months pregnant in the hospital room, dancing with a big belly. Harry's there too. She's kind of twerking. She's gonna twerk. Here comes Harry. She spreads her legs. She hikes her dress. Circles her genitals. And for her to need to make it into an ego trip, which she's clearly doing. Look at me dancing. I'm still fun and I'm sexy and I have this great marriage. And here's Harry being like a normal guy is disrespectful, I think, to the moment, to the child, and truly to like the sanctity of what goes on for any humans who are actually in that situation. She's drunk on her own ego.
And as if that humiliation wasn't enough, her Harper's Bazaar cover hit the internet, the supposed rebirth moment. Dramatic red lighting, cinematic angles, Meghan in her power pose. But instead of awe, people were creeped out. The lighting was strange, her expression looked haunted, the vibe was stiff, off, eerie, and instantly, the internet started comparing her to Princess Diana. Again, not in admiration, but in mockery. Diana cosplay, they called it. She wants to be royal more outside the palace than she ever did inside it. The article only made it worse, overdramatic, pretentious, full of Duchess references. It sounded less like an empowered woman and more like someone still desperate to live in a world she publicly claimed to despise. And when people thought the embarrassment couldn't get worse, the old yacht rumors resurfaced. Not because of new evidence, but because the internet started redigging her past. Photos, gossip, speculation, it all came roaring back. Fair or not, it became part of the Meghan Markle meme economy. Even her business ventures didn't save her. Her brand launch, another multi-million-dollar attempt to prove she's a lifestyle icon, got mocked relentlessly. People posted damaged products, others accused her of ripping off designs. The vibe was clear, nothing about it felt authentic. It all screamed curated perfection from Montecito, and no one was buying it anymore. By the end of the year, Meghan didn't just have scandals, she had a pattern. The same PR gloss, the same contradictions, the same exhaustion. The public wasn't angry anymore, they were just done. And that's how she hit number 1. Not because she committed crimes, but because people were simply tired. Meanwhile, poor Harry wasn't spared. He didn't cause any viral scandals, but his fall was quieter and, in a way, sadder. There was a time the world adored Harry. The funny prince, the rebel, the one who broke the royal molds. People genuinely rooted for him, but over time, that Harry vanished, replaced by someone who seemed trapped in Meghan's orbit. Every time she stumbled, he absorbed the blow. Every interview blurred his identity more. He wasn't Prince Harry anymore, he was Meghan's husband. The supporting act in a Hollywood story he never wrote. And the hypocrisy didn't help. They preached privacy, then filmed Netflix documentaries. They wanted independence, yet still used royal titles. People started to feel manipulated, like the couple wanted all the perks without the duty. Zoom in on any of Meghan's private gifts, and you'll still see, with compliments of Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex, a title she claimed to reject but still used quietly. That, for many, was the final straw. By this point, people weren't asking why Meghan was like this, they were asking why are they still using royal titles at all? When her Harper's Bazaar cover reintroduced her as the Duchess of Sussex, it was game over. Critics exploded. If she's truly independent, they said. Why cling to a royal identity? It looked like the couple walked away from the crown, but kept its benefits, the fame, the status, the leverage. And once the public senses hypocrisy, everything becomes evidence. Every old rumor, every timeline, every smirk, every quote, all of it gets dissected. That's how Meghan ended up topping the list. Not through hate, through exhaustion. People got tired of the performance. And just when the dust settled, South Park entered the chat. Their writers turned Meghan's meltdown into weekly comedy gold. They mocked her pregnancy video, her Bazaar cover, her speeches, her privacy crusades, everything. And millions laughed because deep down, they agreed. It wasn't even satire anymore, it was cultural commentary. Meghan wasn't being hated, she was being parodied. By 2025, authenticity mattered more than perfection. People could forgive scandals, but they couldn't forgive fakery. And Meghan's every move, every speech, every look, every interview felt too curated, too self-aware, too staged. That's why she didn't just land at number 1. She stayed there. Because Meghan didn't fall from grace for one mistake, she fell because people stopped believing the story. For years, she built a brand around being the misunderstood outsider, the silenced woman finding her voice, the brave one standing up to the cruel monarchy. But slowly, people realized it was all performance. Every heartfelt speech, every tearful interview, every emotional pause, all rehearsed. And when the illusion cracked, there was nothing real left to hold on to. By the end, people weren't furious, they were exhausted. Exhausted by contradictions, by rebrands, by a woman who refuses to stop performing. Because the story stopped matching reality. She left the royal world but never dropped the title. She preached independence but lived for the spotlight. She denounced the institution, then used its power to sell her next act. The audience finally saw through it, and that's why she became the most disliked celebrity of 2025. Not because she committed a crime, but because she wouldn't stop acting like the star of a show the world no longer wanted to watch. Even now, she's still trying. New projects, new launches, new angles, always coming back for another spotlight. Because Meghan Markle never quits. And maybe that's her strength, or maybe it's her downfall. Love her or hate her, one thing's for sure, Meghan Markle will always find a way to keep the world talking. And honestly, that's what keeps this whole saga alive. She just won't disappear. Even after all the humiliations, the backlash, the memes, the endless mockery, Meghan is still out there smiling for the cameras like nothing happened. You'd think after being crowned the most disliked celebrity on earth, she'd step back, take a breath, maybe reflect. But no, Meghan doubles down every single time. It's almost like she's addicted to the performance. Every time she falls, she rises again, not quietly, but louder, glossier, and somehow even more dramatic. New PR teams, new interviews, new exclusive projects, each one promising that this time will be different. But the world's already seen the script too many times to care. They can predict every line, every pose, every perfectly timed tear. And poor Harry at this point, it's hard to tell if he's standing beside her out of love or because he doesn't know who he is without her. Every time Meghan's name trends, his follows, but not because of anything he did. It's like he's become part of her brand now. The background blur in every picture, the echo in every quote. Once the world's favorite royal rebel, now he's just the man nodding behind Meghan while she explains herself for the 100th time. But the cruelest part of all this, the internet's no longer angry, it's entertained. Meghan's life has turned into a spectacle people can't look away from. Every scandal, every awkward photo, every contradiction, it's gossip gold. She became the drama she was trying to escape. And deep down, maybe that's why she keeps going. Because being hated still means being seen. Silence would be worse. Irrelevance would be unbearable. Meghan doesn't fade into the background. She forces herself into the conversation again and again until people are too drained to argue anymore. But here's the twist. Everyone's whispering, what if this is exactly what she wants? What if the outrage, the mockery, the hate clicks, all of it feeds the same machine? Because despite the criticism, she's still trending, still getting interviews, still landing covers, still being talked about, and that's power. So maybe the world's exhaustion is her strategy. Maybe the most disliked celebrity title isn't her downfall at all. Maybe it's her new crown. Because no matter how many times people say they're done with Meghan Markle, the truth is they keep watching. And that's the secret she's mastered better than anyone else. In 2025, Meghan didn't vanish from fame. She just learned how to rule it, even from the ruins.